This is part 3 of a 3-part travel diary vlog. If you missed part 1 and part 2, where we explored the beautiful Furnace and Ribeira Grande as well as the east side of the island, then you better pause, go watch those two and come back for this banger. We started our morning doing the most recommended must-see for the island, visiting Cidades, and I promise you, these pictures do not do it justice. It is beautiful. Good morning. The walk to the viewpoint itself is actually quite beautiful as you walk through some beautiful woodlands. It gets a little bit steep, but the views at every point make it so worthwhile. It's so lovely. Now we were getting a bit worried by all the clouds that we were seeing, and we were scared that when we got to the top we wouldn't have any view. As you could see from our previous video, this is a common theme for the island, but to our surprise, look what we got to see. A quick tip, do you see those little paths on the left hand side that lead to the other end of the mountain next to the path that you guided to walk on? That is actually the best viewpoint, so you need to climb over the fence. Yes, I don't know how legal that is, but there was a lot of people doing it, so we followed them, and that gave us the best viewpoint. The actual viewpoint that you're guided to is extremely overcrowded with lots of people pushing trying to get photos, whereas here it was quiet and you got as much time as you wanted, and it was exquisite. We then made our way to another recommended viewpoint within the same area, and unfortunately it wasn't worth it, so I'm not going to tell you where it was because it's not worth it. But what is worth it is the lake, so be sure to see that lake when you are there. Now, if you're as curious as I was, yes, there are fish and there are frogs living in this lake. Now, there is a lot to see within this area. There are 2 aqueducts which are in very close proximity to one another, as well as many viewpoints of the actual Cidades double lake area. They are all incredibly beautiful, but they are all extremely similar, and I still think the very first one that we saw at the top of the mountain was my favorite. I don't know if it's because it's the first time I saw it, but it was breathtakingly beautiful, and yeah, that triggers me to make it my number 1 viewpoint.
Like that.
Now, these lakes are beautiful, and listening to the birds and the frogs while you walk around is really, it's captivating. But getting there, oh my goodness, another steep walk, a theme of the area. Think steep once again. Now, I love the first side, but then we got to the second side, and look at this. It was beautiful. Just popped up inside the road, and look at the bad boy views. She's a beauty. Stunning. Cool! We are at the abandoned building, and you know how Madeira has bananas everywhere if you've ever been to Madeira. Azores has pineapples. Pineapple everything. You can get fresh pina colada everywhere you go. Pineapple is right here. There's some pastries. Or coffee. You can get a coffee everywhere as well. No. That is nothing of what I said. That is hot dogs and burgers. Anyway, they are everywhere. technically. The sign says it all. But we're following what the masters are doing. Oh, Nick's gonna boost me up. Oh, this is very creepy. Damn. My heart doesn't settle out with this shit. Also, where there's maize, there's rats. Even though they say there's no mammals. Wow. Du kan också första gången känns. Åh, det är man pengar. Nick? Let's go to the main attraction. Will it be better than any of the views we've seen today? Don't know. I would say equivalent, I wouldn't say better. And this is the view from the top. Oh, guys, look how beautiful. Goodness. If this hotel was still going, they would make some good old moolah, because the view is spectacular. You must find out the story. What happened to this hotel, sir? Can you imagine how much money they would make?
They went bust.
But how? Look at the view. I'm sure tons of people would want to come here. Incredible.
Now, if you had to ask me, the view from the second floor was better than the top.
There is an easy way to get in, guys. You don't have to jump walls, so it's not necessary. But there it is.
Mud. You're in the mud.
Now, from this viewpoint, you can clearly see the one green side and the one blue side.
If you didn't know, this is what Cidades is most famous for, is the one green lake next to the blue lake.
There's no signs, but we just climbed up the side where we saw that viewpoint and we found the other lake. Cute! I cannot think of a better picnic spot. It was perfect, and right next to it was the water tunnel, which we went and explored after we ate lunch. No way. Later that afternoon, we made our way to this hot spring, which is on the edge of the sea. And it's actually pretty empty compared to how it's been all day. Nick has offered himself to the water first while I burn in the sun. Let's see how warm it really is. He'll tell me. Is it actually warm? It's a mixture of cold and hot. Will I survive? As you can see by my really shocked face, it was hot. Like bathwater hot. Oh, I loved it. Swimming in the sea and soaking up some sun, we made our way to this beach for a sunset dinner.
As we got and devoured our food much quicker than the sun sets, we decided to explore the beach, where we found a little workout area. Got our workout on, you know. We then made our way to the last stop of the evening.
Oh, hello, kitty cat. Hello, I'm sorry. Okay. Ooh. Quite pretty there with the sunset. Bye, kitty.
The next morning, we woke up a little bit earlier for a morning swim before breakfast, before we hit the road for another day full of adventure.
Take the car down. We shall repeat. Take the car down. Oh, look at them views. Hello, beautiful. And now, the long walk up. Holy guacamole. There's the waterfall where we were at the bottom. And we're at the end of the stairs. It's been treacherous. Right, we're nearly there. Let's hope it's worth it. So this is how high up we are. There's the first part of the waterfall. So the waterfall's there, and we've carried on the walk. And now we're walking a totally scenic walk to a bridge. For anyone who's afraid of heights, and I'm not afraid of heights, right? This little walking structure is making my knees quiver. Now we're on a little bit of closer to ground. I feel better, but walking over like the actual waterfall. Oh my goodness. I felt a bit queasy. Anyway, back in the jungle. Right, you get off the pipe to walk next to the pipe. Oh, was it actually easier walking on the pipe? This is a bit slippy. This is what I'm talking about. This shit makes my heart skip a beat. All we need is for this to break. And I'm dead. Fall to my death. And there it is. In all its glory. Was it worth the stairs? No. Was it worth the walk? Probably not. Pretty average. But that guy's loving his life.
We then made our way to Lagoa de Fago. Now you can walk down the mountainside towards the lake where there is a side beach for a little picnic spot. I shall pre-warn you, it's rather difficult, but I can assure you that it is worth it when you get to the bottom. It's lovely. But the hike itself, oh boy, that guy's treacherous.
I'll just start the walk. Oh, Nick just removed that guy. Oops. This is going to be a lot of fun, especially now that it's rained a little bit. I think this is going to be a lovely walk on the way up. Yes, we have the view to Glasgow. It's not too bad on the way down, so let's not jinx myself. It's probably going to get rotten, isn't it? There's Dora Explorer in the front again. The one scout. He was trained well. His mum is going to be so proud. That's where we were. Hello. And making our way down, and we are trying to get down there. Where you see all the little people on the side of the water.
Yes, after you get to the bottom, you have to climb a ladder and then do this little side piece. Now this was the beast.
We made it. It was long, guys. I was deceived in the beginning. I can't even see where we came from. Where? No, I don't. Oh, up there. Problem is, by the time I get down there, thin ladders, and then it's like treacherous going all the way around this bend. It's like never ending. And then you get you. We are now going to have a little picnic for lunch. We made it, ladies and gentlemen. The way back was better than the way there. Right, now these bad boys. Woo! We are far off the top. I'm going to be a proper sweaty Betty. And a lot. The view's behind you. You can't see shit. Anyway, we'll see you at the top. Oh, cute little bird. Right, toodaloo. Pit stop. will say none of these stairs are even. Some of them are high, some of them are crazy distorted, some of them are squished together and they're nice and easy. It's really on level, so it's not difficult. It's just you gotta keep an eye. Less treacherous than what it was when we had to walk around the waterline. But still, staring it up is hard work. Right, bye. It's baking and we're dying. We still got ages to go. We need to go up there. We needed the sun all day, and it comes out now when we want it to go away. Right, we've made it. We survived. We're unsure how. The sun is scorching. Obviously, I have sweat dripping in places I didn't want sweat. And Nick is now telling me that he thinks it's a fairly difficult hike. On the walk down, Nick was telling me, no, I said to him, I would say this is a hard hike. And he said, this isn't a hike, this is a walk, and it's moderate, right? And now he's telling me it's fairly difficult. So it is hard. It's the walk down, it's okay. Once you get to the water piece, it's a bit difficult. You're like going, that's like a proper hiking piece. But then when you get to the beach, it's lovely. It's worth it. Get to lie there, then it's the birds, great place for lunch. But coming up, killed. Right, where to now?
To pineapple plantation.
Right up my alley! I like it. We may finally get that pina colada we've been talking about. Toodaloo.
Before you ask, yes, I did strip down on the side of the street, pat myself down from all the sweat I had, and had an outfit change.
He said 3 years yesterday.
It says 18 months. 3 years is a bit long. 18 months.
And we eat it so quickly.
Look at that. You can barely tell I was dying 20 minutes ago.
So cute! So they smoke the leaves to force the flower to grow. Very cool. This stuff is strong. How clever! For the pineapple plantation. I love it. We're trying this game. Round 2 on the pineapple plantation. Hoping this one gives us a better explanation. First up, the exhibition.
I would say, out of the 2 pineapple plantations we went to, this one was better. It had a lot more user-friendly explanations, as well as guided you around the site, which the other one didn't. Plus, we had this delicious pineapple tart. We then made our way to our hostel. Yes, a hostel. The first time Nick and I have ever done a hostel. And it was amazing. Right in the central of town. Great location. It was clean. It was lovely. This hostel had everything we needed. If you're planning on going Ponta Delgada, I can assure you this is a great place to base yourself. After dropping our bags, we then went and explored Ponta Delgada. As you can tell, I loved all the cobble artwork on the floor. It was beautiful and it was everywhere. You can tell that the people of Açores took great care in the places that they stayed at, and they were proud to be there.
Now, to our surprise, we arrived to Ponta Delgada just in time. Literally just in time for a festa. It was the celebration of the festivities of the Lord Holy Christ of the Miracles. And boy, can I tell you, the whole town was there for a party. One big tree. It's huge. Fills up the whole area. Lights up later. We wanted to go in, but look at the queue. It is the festivities of Holy Christ today in Ponta Delgada. So there is tons of people, and hence the queue to go and see the Holy Christ. We will be coming tomorrow. The next morning we woke up early and made our way to a mall before we went to the Mercado de Graça. The mall was great, but unfortunately that was our rookie era. The market was finished, so we made our way back to the church. I think all the lights up there are a little bit nice. Nick and I are going to come back tonight hopefully. But look how empty it is as opposed to yesterday. You can just walk right in. No long queues. Just all lights. On the side of the church is a little shop, or you can use this alternative area where you put money into the side and it spins, and what comes out is a surprise, a little goodie bag of things. Now what's in there is usually a blessed rosary. I'm unsure of the rest, but it's a very cute idea and these people loved it. After the church, we made our way to the main event of the day and one of the highlights of our trip, the whale and dolphin watching! Give me your predictions of what we're going to see.
Dolphins and whales.
What dolphin, what whale?
Common dolphin.
Yeah.
Blue whale.
Blue whale! Okay.
Whatever the SCI whale is, because that's the
Common whale.
I don't know what it is.
Okay. We booked this little adventure through Futurisma. I would highly rank them. The people were very nice, the staff were kind, and they went out of their way to make sure that we saw something. They also explained every animal we saw. Guys, we did it. We finally saw a whale. After many trips Nick and I have tried, we finally saw a whale. We saw a Brit's whale, a mother and a child. It was incredible. Ooh. We tracked them for about an hour before we moved on to these babies. These are bottlenose dolphins, which like to give us a little show.
Hey! Look at the trickster.
After their little performance, we thought the show was over. And on our way back, we saw these. These are common dolphins, and they were spectacular. Now they put on a real performance, and you just wait for the end. We got to see the teeny tiny babies. Honestly, they were tiny. They looked like flying fish, except we knew they were common dolphins. They were adorable. One of the best, actually, the best trip Nick and I have ever had on a boat. Every attempt we have had prior to this have been an absolute fail, but this was incredible, spectacular, magnificent. We loved it. Plus, we were extremely lucky to get the front row seats, as you can see. Now you ready? Wait for it! Step on! Oh my goodness, they were so adorable. After
After our grand adventure, we then explored the very quiet Ponta da Garda compared to when the festa was going on. And after all that walking, we made our way to Nonna's for some pizza. Now the pizza was okay. I would give it a 6 out of 10, not the best. But it filled the gap so we could go back to the church for the lights. It is crazy, it's beautiful. This video just doesn't do it justice. We were in awe. It was stunning. Think London at Christmas time times 10. And that's a wrap, incredible people. The end of our Azores trips. We loved every single second. This green island has so much to give. Breathtaking views at every corner, waterfalls, hikes for days. Honestly, a must-see. Incredible.